Hello there and welcome again. My name is Ponjul Zwalda and I am your geography teacher. Today we will be talking about topographical maps. Let's get right into the lesson. A topographical map is a map that shows physical features of a large extent of land. Why is a topographical map able to pick up large extent of land? It is because the scale is smaller than orthophoto map scales that we learned in the last lesson. Remember, orthophoto map scales are 1:10,000, and on such maps you see a lot of details. You can even see color of buildings and roofs. But on a small scale map such as a topographical map, all you see is a large expanse of land, but with very important physical features, and you don't see details, all right? So such a map is called a topographical map. And take note that in South Africa, the NGI has produced maps in the scale of 1:50,000. And that means every 1 centimeter on paper represents half a kilometer or 50,000 centimeters on ground. All right, so what are the features of a topographical map? So a topographical map, like I said, has a scale of 1:50,000, and then it has a reference code. And that reference code you will see on the top left-hand corner of the map. And this is what a typical topographical map look like that you interact with on a daily basis and in class. So a topographical map looks like this. The ones produced in South Africa always they always have numbers or a reference code at the top left hand corner of the map. All right, I will explain how this reference codes have been created. All right, you would also have a symbol, a table of symbol. It's very consistent. It's the same you find in every topographic map that is produced in South Africa. The same symbol, the same sign. So it's important to learn them and get used to them. All right. So you will find those symbols, all of those here at the base of the map. All of that are the symbols that help you to interpret the map and to tell what features are on the map. So it's important to know those. Okay, so those are some of the features. Let's look at other features. It is also important to know the longitude, the major longitude and latitude of the topographic map that you are interacting with or that you have in front of you. This one is Harry Smith, and you all know Harry Smith. You probably know Harry Smith. It is located in KwaZulu-Natal, and it is on the longitude. Look here, this is how you read the longitude and latitude of the topo map. On the top left side of the map, indicated in yellow there, you see it in yellow. That line that comes from up all the way down is the longitude. So the longitude of this map is 29 degrees. Now, if you look slightly lower, you would see that there is another line that runs horizontally. That is the latitude of that map. And that latitude starts at 28 degrees. And that is the reason why the reference code of this map starts with 28. 28 being the latitude and 29 being the longitude. I will explain the AC and how that came about. Okay, or how that is that has been determined by the NGI. You also have on the map what we refer to as alphanumeric grids. On every topo map, so for short, I will call topographic maps topo maps. Okay, so topo maps also have what we refer to as alphanumeric grids. So you will see that on most topo maps, down this way along the longitude, you will see that every block has been given a number. This one is 1, 2, 3. And then horizontally on that side, you would see on this side, you would see that the map every block has been named B, A, B, C, D, and so on. All right. So together they form the numbers, and the alphabet form what we call alphanumeric codes. And those are used to define the blocks upon which features are on this map. So, like for example, this one here, this block here will be A1. Why is that A1? Because it is A and 1. Remember, it is called alphanumeric grids. And so this grid, this block is A1. This block will be B1. Okay? That block C1. That block D1. This block, can you guess or be able to work out what this block here will be? Of course, you know that this block will be C2. And that is referred to as alphanumeric grid. So the alphanumeric grids help you to tell, or the examiners use it to describe where a feature that they want you to look at on the map is located. So if I say, look at the point A on alphanumeric grid D2, you can see that this point A is right there on D2. That's the point I'm talking about. So alphanumeric grids, learn how to identify those. So important. Next is the referencing of topographic maps. How are the reference codes determined? How have they been developed? I will go into that now. And this is the reference code of every topo map. I said you'll see it at the top left corner. And this has been so wonderfully done by the NGI, by the Chief Directorate for National Geospatial Information. So they have done this, and I'll explain how these references have been determined. Now, take note that the map of South Africa and the map of anywhere on the surface of the earth has grid lines which are called longitudes and latitudes superimposed on them, right? So everywhere on the earth can be described as a set of coordinates X and Y, all right? And so your X will be your latitudes and your Y will be your longitudes. So every grid has degrees, and I know you know that to the right, South Africa is situated on the eastern part of the Greenwich Meridian. And so from the Greenwich Meridian going that way, our longitudes are numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 east, because we are on the eastern hemisphere of the Greenwich Meridian. So all our longitudes are labeled east, okay? While our latitudes, South Africa is also located on the southern hemisphere, all right? So all our latitudes from the equator, which is 0 degrees, the equator is 0 degrees, and from the equator, 0 degrees, it will be somewhere up there, all right? From 0 degrees, you come down to 1, to 2, to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all the way to 90 degrees south of the equator, all right? So from the equator, all latitudes number up to 90 south, all right? Or 90 up, as the case may be. So in South Africa, our latitudes span between around 27 and up to around close to 35. Those are our latitudes. And our longitudes are somewhere around between 20 or thereabout and span up to around 32, okay? All east of the eastern hemisphere. So every place on the country is made up of longitudes and latitudes. And so we define points by their longitudes and their latitudes. So like I said, these are grid lines, okay, running that way. And every longitude is crossed by latitudes, okay? And so if you have, for example, here we have 24, 25, and then we have, these are longitudes, right? 24, 25. Then we also have latitudes, 24 this way, So our longitude here, 24, 25. Our latitudes are 34, and that will be 33, and up like that. So this is what you will see, what every 1 degree by 1 degree latitude and longitude look like. All right. So this has just been embossed here for you to see. So on every 1 degree by 1 degree block, this is what you see. Okay. And the NGI has subdivided this into blocks. I will now show you how these references have been determined by the division of every 1 degree by 1 degree block. So let's go into that and see how it has been divided. Each 1 degree by 1 degree block is divided into 4 quadrants, and these quadrants are labeled A, B, C, and D. Now, these 4 quadrants are further subdivided each into 4 blocks again. And so A, B, C, and D each will then have 4 quadrants each. So A then gets another A, B, C, and D. B also subdivided into A, B, C, and D, the same for all the 4 quadrants. Now, what you get is each 1 degree by 1 degree block divided into 16 small blocks, okay? And it will interest you to know that each of the small blocks represents 1 to 50,000 topographic maps. So all those 1 to 50,000 topographic maps that you interact with and use in class, it is represented by each of these 1 small blocks, okay? And there's 16 of them in every 1 degree by 1 degree block, all right? So the NGI has produced 1,913 of these topographic maps that cover the entirety of South Africa. So then comes the referencing. Take note that every 1 degree by 1 degree block is divided into 4, A, B, C, D. And each of those 4 quadrants has a subdivision of A, B, C, D. So if I pick one of them and label it as 2018 AD, you will see that one of these blocks is 2018 AD, all right? And I will explain which one it is. I am sure you can look at it and take a guess. I will explain that right now. All right, so the reference code for that map that we want to determine is 2018 AD. Where do you think the topo map 2018 AD will be? So here is the longitude 18, the latitude 20. So we start with the latitude, that's why it is 20, and then followed by the longitude 18. And always remember that each 1 degree by 1 degree block is first divided into 4 quadrants, big quadrants that are A, B, C, and D. Now, the subdivision of each quadrant comes after the first major division. So the major division here will be A. So look at that, it is A. So the big quadrant is A, this one. Okay, so that is where this A comes from. And then the D is the subdivision of the subdivision D of A, and that is this one there. So it means I am talking about that map there. Okay, so it is located on 2018 AD. So this is the specific map we are referring to. And that is how every topo map has been referenced by the NGI. What do you think the reference for this map here will be. Remember that this map, small topo map here, it's still within the 1 degree by 1 degree block of 2018. And so the reference for this map will be 2018. The big quadrant is D and the small quadrant is D. So it will be 2018 DD. I hope you're following and understanding what I am doing. Let's look at this one. How about this one here? Let's reference that topo map. What do you think it will be? Okay, maybe you should pause this video and try to reference all of the other 14 topo maps on this 1 degree by 1 degree block. I am sure you have tried that now, and you will agree with me that this one here, okay, so let's talk about this one first. This one here will be 2018. All of the maps within this degree by 1 degree by 1 degree block will all be 2018 because they are within the 20 latitude and 18 longitude, all in that box, okay? And in that block, you have all of the 16 maps. So this will still be 2018, but the letters would be CB. Why CB? Because this falls within the 3rd quadrant and it is the 2nd map of the 3rd quadrant. So that is CB. So that will be 2018 CB. And so on and so forth. This is easy and it's fun to do, I am sure. Right. Okay. So look at the map we have been looking at. The map we have been looking at. The 2829 AC Harry Smith. Do you now understand how the reference code came about? I am sure you do. All right, so we would leave it here for today, and I'll see you next time as we explore the world one lesson at a time. Cheers. Bye-bye.